smeared. Like it sounds silly. So if you replace these with an S, it makes sense. And there's a lot of other cases like thief instead of these. Like there's a lot of other cases in tears for each are fed instead of shed. There's a lot of, the author uses a lot of vocabulary to enhance the poem's imagery. He uses words like gore, carnage, weeping, and besmeared to kind of make the poem more of a personified, very full of imagery, stirring up kind of poem for the Patriots' cause. It says things like the Patriots' copious tears, but no fate summons to that awful goal where justice strips the murderer of his soul. So that really kind of conjures up some emotion and some real feeling inside the reader. It says things like, here are basically the most important parts of the lines of the poem. So this is kind of like this section of the poem is kind of what their situation is. It says, unhappy Boston, see thy sons deplore, that's their current situation, thy hallowed walks besmeared with guiltless gore. So the sons are innocent, like displayed in the art. And they're bleeding to death, besmeared with guiltless gore for something that they did nothing wrong. Like fierce barbarians grinning o'er their prey, approve the carnage and enjoy the day. So they're pinning the British as these awful, lions preying on innocent little sheep, almost. And then this part is kind of putting more of the injustice into the equation. So it talks about how there's no justice in the world. It's a weeping world. There's just such a grievous situation. So it says things like, a weeping world can aught appease the plaintive ghosts of victims such as these. The patriots' copious tears for each are shed, a glorious tribute which embalms the dead. So these soldiers have shed their lives over something so unnecessary. So they've given their lives, and the ghosts, they won't be appeased because they did nothing wrong, and they kind of died for nothing almost. And this part of the poem kind of sums it up. So it talks about how there will be revenge. But no, fate summons to that awful goal where justice strips the murderer of his soul. So the British will come to justice. They will be, the ghosts will be appeased. Snatch the relentless villain from her hand, etc., shall reach a judge who never can be bribed, aka God. So it talks about the spirits, the dead, but the ultimate judge will bring the fierce barbarians to justice. And thank you so much for listening to my presentation.